about this morning. You woke up, and for roughly 3 seconds, you were still holding it. A conversation, a room, a feeling so heavy it felt more real than the bed you were lying in. And then, you blinked, and it just evaporated. You tried to grab the edges of it, but your brain quietly whispered, "No, we call this forgetting a dream." But neurologically speaking, that is the wrong word. You didn't forget it. Your brain hunted it down, shredded the file, and deleted it. On purpose. Every single night you enter REM sleep for roughly 2 hours. If you live to be 80, that means you will spend 6 entire years of your life inside a dream. 6 years. That is longer than high school. Longer than most college degrees. An entire alternate lifetime of places you've walked, people you've loved, and terrors you've survived. And you are allowed to keep less than 1% of it. When you look at the math, it feels almost like a theft. Like your own mind is keeping a second life secret from you. So, why? For decades, psychologists thought dreams just faded because sleep makes our memory lazy. They thought it was passive, like ink drying in the sun. They were wrong. In 2019, a team of researchers led by Dr. Thomas Kilduff at SRY International made a terrifyingly precise discovery. Deep inside your hypothalamus, there is a very specific cluster of cells called MCH neurons. These cells do something unique. The exact moment you transition from a dream back to conscious waking, these neurons fire a massive chemical blast. Their only job is to actively block your hippocampus from saving what just happened. They don't let the dream degrade. They assassinate it. If your brain was a computer, the MCH neurons aren't the recycle bin. They are the permanent delete button. And they hit it every morning, right as your eyes open. Which begs the obvious question, why would evolution build an expensive, highly complex neurological sandbox? Just to wipe the hard drive every morning? The answer lies in a concept called threat simulation theory. When you dream, your brain isn't resting. It is running high-intensity survival software. It is testing your reactions to social rejection, to falling, to being hunted, to losing the people you love. It is a safe simulator for your nervous system to practice the absolute worst-case scenarios of being alive. Now, imagine what would happen if that delete button broke. Imagine waking up on a Tuesday morning and possessing a 100% vivid, permanent memory of your best friend betraying you, or your house burning down. Your conscious mind would know it was a dream. But your nervous system wouldn't. To your amygdala, a stored memory is reality. Within 3 weeks, you would be paralyzed by a profound clinical psychosis. You wouldn't be able to look your partner in the eye because half of your memories of them were generated by a sleeping brain. You wouldn't know which life was real. The deletion isn't an insult to your consciousness. It is a firewall. Your brain erases the dream, precisely so that you can survive the morning, except for the ones it lets through. Because we do remember some dreams, don't we? We remember the nightmare that shook us awake at 4:15 a.m. We remember the dream about the person who passed away 3 years ago. Why did the MCH neurons fail on those? They didn't fail. They were overridden. When a dream produces a level of emotional voltage that is dangerously high, pure grief, absolute terror, or profound love, your amygdala hijacks the system. It slaps a neurological tag onto that memory that says, the dreams you remember aren't random leftovers. They are the only ones your survival software decided were too important for you to live without. So tonight, when you turn off the lamp, you are going to step into a theater that seats an audience of one. You are going to speak to people whose faces your waking mind has forgotten. You are going to solve problems you didn't know you had. And tomorrow morning, your brain will quietly sweep the floor, lock the doors, and hand you back your normal day. You will sit on the edge of your bed, feeling a strange, heavy nostalgia for a place you can't name. Don't fight it. Just let it go. Because somewhere deep inside the dark architecture of your head, a version of you just lived another day. And they kept the receipt. So you didn't have to.